All right, so today is episode 1 of the Titans of the Southwest podcast. I'm your solo host today, and my name is Lito. Big Mo couldn't make it on this time frame, but right now we have our first guest on our first episode. We have Nate Bain of the Tennessee Titans social media team. And I'm really excited to have you, man. I really appreciate you working this out.
No, for sure, man. Thank you for having me. I mean, it's just cool to interact with folks across the nation, and for a team that's located in the Southeast to have guys like you in the Southwest, especially when we played the Cardinals last year, and went up to San Fran. It's kind of cool to see fans from all over the country come together.
Yeah, definitely. My Big Mo and we're both here in New Mexico, and we've been with the organization since they were way back in the Oilers, and we just kind of stuck with them. And then they traveled to Tennessee, and we said, well, we're going with you, and stuck through it to the good and the bad, and we're trying to kind of get everybody centralized. Maybe not everybody that's out in Nashville or in the Tennessee area, but everybody west of that, just trying to pull everybody in so that way we can provide the content, these interviews. We have a lot of really good interviews lined up already, more than I thought I would have at this point, but I'm not going to ruin that for the fans.
No, but to your point, man, it's really cool. I think at least organizations too got so used to the fans being only the ones within your region, but we found out through the playoffs when we went to Kansas City and had folks come in from Australia and the United Kingdom, and then from Mexico and California. Everybody came in for the playoffs, and then we did that week stretch last season, say in Arizona and San Fran. We had so many fans that came from all over the country and all over the world, and it kind of opened up some people in the organizations are like, oh, well, we got fans everywhere, actually. And social kind of helps make that stuff even more prevalent when you guys can follow the team from different places and do these podcasts and all sort of cool stuff. So it's really cool how big the NFL can be and how some of these fan bases, like you said, are rooted in before I was even born when the Houston Oilers were still around. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to start at the beginning here. Your official job title or job description, just social media manager, or?
Social media manager is my title, and I do a little bit of everything. Social is obviously the main component, but working with folks that run the site and app, and basically anything that's digital, anything that's on the internet, is going to touch me at some point. Work closely with Jim White, the writer. We have a video team that we've started up, and they do great stuff. Photography, PR team, marketing. Everybody that kind of has a message to get out is going to come through me at some point. But my day to day is the social accounts and then the kind of strategy behind that and how we get information to fans.
Okay, awesome. And this is your first year with the organization, correct?
Right. It's first year. I've been in the league for I lost count 4 or 5 years. Was with the Rams before that, so I was in St. Louis. Moved with the team to LA. Did first season in Los Angeles, and then came to the Titans because I'm from Nashville originally, so I hadn't been back here in 10 years or so. I thought it was a cool time to come back, come back home. Went to school at Oregon, so very familiar with Marcus Mariota. Really love what John Robinson was doing from just a fan perspective, and thought, dude, I can't wait to be a part of that. So when I got the phone call to get offered the job, I was like, I kind of think it's a good time to make the move. So excited to be here.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't realize you went to college in Oregon and had that connection too, man. I'm learning so much about you already. This is great. Okay, cool. Um, so is it mainly you that's running, the Twitter and the Instagram? I know you said you have kind of a team of people, but is it just on like they do the photography and the video, and then it comes to you and you kind of format it and put it out?
Yeah, exactly. I'm the only person that runs social accounts. My teams have a few folks, but yeah, I'm the only person that runs the social accounts. Hopefully, we'll add some more folks to our staff and then build a team out because it can be a little difficult when you have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram stories, Snapchat. There's a lot to manage there. I think most teams probably average 2 or 3 folks. But yeah, it's just me running the social accounts. But we have a writer, we have a photographer, we have video staff, we have a website team. So there's a lot of people that make up the content production staff. But as far as the day to day, I'm the one hitting send on all the posts and interacting with our fans.
Oh, okay. So do you find it kind of like a challenge to form data or press releases into like the various forms that appeal to the different people? Because, people on Twitter, they'll react to text a little bit better, and people on Instagram to kind of images a little bit better. Is that kind of a challenge that you run into, or is it all pretty similar across the board nowadays?
No, I mean, it definitely is. It's, I mean, consistently how people get information is sort of the same across. I mean, if it's an awesome breaking news, everyone will want to consume it. But to your point, if it's on Instagram, there's a certain way that people like to have it, and now with different platforms, there's different stipulations. If there's too much text in the graphic, Facebook will knock it down. They want image stuff that's not, not ad based, not having logos on it, not having tons of copy. Instagram stories, if it's a video, it's gonna be cut different than it is on Facebook and Twitter. But to your point, every single platform has a different way they want, or optimal way for fans to consume, and they'll help that content be perform better if you hit their stipulations. So it definitely can be quite a bit of work just to put one, Coach Vrabel is announced the new head coach of the Titans. We chopped that up 4 or 5 different ways for different platforms. So it definitely could be a little bit of a challenge, but it's a fun challenge. I mean, 5 years ago, this job wasn't even a real thing. So, it's cool to be in this kind of nerdy environment, but also be a football fan and get to interact with Taylor Lewan and Marcus Mariota and go on all the road trips. And so definitely can be pretty fun.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, like the Titans' social media seems to kind of have a knack of attracting new and like younger fans with their online presence too. While still being able to retain those traditional fans and the base fans. Is that like a focused effort that you have, or is it simply just kind of a pleasant byproduct of your style?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. I try. I mean, you never want to forget about any demographic of fans or, exclude a certain amount of fans. But at the same time, I think we have our passionate older fans who've been with the team for forever or season ticket holders. Pretty much they're going to be with us through thick and thin. But there's definitely, not even with the Titans, but a league initiative. I think Goodell even talked about during the NFL Super Bowl press conference he had. But there's definitely a challenge to figure out how to connect with younger fan bases because when they're in their early 20s, they'll eventually be in their late 20s and they'll be in their 30s and they'll be able to, if they have affinity for a team, buy more gear, buy season tickets, on and on. So you want to try to develop a fan base. And it's kind of cool to talk to people that are younger and they're Titan fans because they play Madden and they love playing with Marcus on Madden, or they just like the color scheme, or they were 7 years old when the team went to the Super Bowl and they still remember how much fun their parents had enjoying that moment. So the one kind of constant is, at least for me, is social. Everyone's getting their information through social. And anyway, we can kind of develop a little bit of extra fan affinity through that, and help make those, casual fans, diehard fans is kind of my goal. And then keep those diehard fans like yourself who are already there, give them something to keep coming back and make them proud to be a fan or give them some inside information or whatever it may be to keep that diehard fan, keep them coming back and come to some games, buy some gear, and just root us on. Hopefully, when we go to the Super Bowl, we'll all be there together having fun.
Oh heck yeah, man! I mean, I think everybody's just super positive outlook going forward. I mean, like you said, we got Vrabel, we have all of these great hires. We have J. Rob, and J. Rob seems to have made like a pretty big shift, and also Miss Adam Strunk. I don't know if it was just those two just together, or they just both have a shared similar vision going forward. Was it like was it did they have any hand in kind of changing the direction on the social media presence than what we were previously?
Oh, I mean, yeah, Amy is, that's a great point bringing her up. Everything comes from her. She's the one that says yes or no to things, but we can pitch whatever we want to. But kind of like John said in his the new head coaching press conference, I mean, he had a huge say in it, but at the same time, Amy's got to say yes. Vrabel's our guy. So it all kind of starts with her, and I mean, I'm sitting here looking at some of these wall graphics you have, which sounds kind of simple, but like you walk down the hall through the locker room, there's these hero images with Rockpaw holding up like a sword and all this other cool stuff. And I'm brand new, but they said before John got here, these are just white walls. And he came in and said, we need to kind of change the attitude here. We need to bring a little extra, whatever it's hype reels or wall images to get kind of make sure our guys feel comfortable here. If they feel motivated when they're in the building, they want to stay here. If he added N64 and some video game systems that the linemen requested. So after training camp, they felt like they could hang around and bond together instead of going immediately home. So I think not being here before, but listening to what people have said, Amy and John have definitely changed the culture here and made it more of a family, more exciting to hang around. Just a lot of that testament goes to them. That kind of bleeds into social and video and all the different components, game day entertainment. It all kind of stems from them trying to make the product better, make our fans feel more proud to be Titan fans and on and on. So, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for those two. They definitely had to sign off on my hire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it seems like while other organizations seem like mainly focused on merchandise and ticket sales with advertising on social media, there appears to be kind of a sense of relatability towards fans now and followers that's fairly unique. You're able to kind of put out for us, and it's really nice. I mean, you pull from Reddit, from 4chan, from anything and everything, just any way to kind of connect, and it feels like it's kind of waking up these sleepy fans that are just kind of they pay attention to the box score and they know what's happening, but they weren't all in previously, and now it seems like there's this underswelling that you've kind of like woken up through social media. It's absolutely amazing. I'm loving it every single time.
Yeah, no, I think it's really to your point. I kind of maybe just turned the switch on or woke some people up or acknowledged some people that maybe our normal Twitter user wasn't aware of the Reddit forum or something like that. But we may have a small fan base, but this is honest. I've said it at league meetings and even told like my former Rams coworkers, we have a super creative, super engaged fan base. It may be small, but it can hang with the biggest fan bases, and we get these generated reports from the league, like social numbers, and the way that they can keep all the teams kind of on a fair measuring stick. Because the Cowboys are a global brand that bring in millions of page views to their website. And we can never really compete with that as far as a social media standpoint. But what they do is they take your followers and then they divide it by the engagement that your post gets, likes, comments, shares, all that kind of stuff. And
Hmm.
we're consistently in the top 10, probably in the top 5 throughout the year, which is really a testament to the fans. And to your point, if I find a cool piece of creative or a podcast that's really cool, I'm going to share it from the Titans account. That's not always the practice that most teams abide by. But just because of where we are and how we operate, I think Amy and them give me a freedom to do that, and it makes fans like yourself you feel a little more connected. And if I put out a cool graphic or have a cool idea and I share it in Reddit and then it gets retweeted or gets put on Instagram, it was really cool. And I can't remember what fan did it, but it was Game of Thrones inspired thing with Marcus walking into Gillette Stadium before a playoff game. I
Yeah.
got I shared that one and it got on put on Info Network. ESPN used it, so but that fan put a ton of work and passion into that graphic, that Photoshop, and for us to share it and it goes kind of viral is kind of cool. So it's that's a testament to the fan base we have, and it's kind of cool to come here and say, "Oh, your fan base is too small." That's true, but every time we get league metrics, we're always up there in the top 5 or 10 just because how passionate you guys are.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all. I mean, I've done a little bit, I've done my own kind of research and just compared follower count to following count on Twitter just alone. And I know the Titans are number five in that percentage with 0.186 at the time that I took the measurements. I mean, we're number five across the league as far as like fan interaction. People that are actually following you as an organization and you following them back. And it seems to give you kind of a leg up or an advantage for that fan feedback so that way
Yeah,
you're just kind of feeding off of each other. You get the fan feedback, you give the fan feedback, and it just keeps growing back and forth and back and forth. And that seems like something that everybody should be doing. I don't understand why more people aren't.
yeah, it seems kind of. I mean, that's what social is. Social media. You're communicating, you're getting feedback, and if we have a cool video that we think is cool, but we put it out and the fans think it sucks, then there's no point in continuing to push it. And but there are some organizations, some brands that definitely say we know what's best for the fans, and this is how we're going to do it. But I have close to a million free feedback that I get anytime I put out something. So it makes no sense not to take advantage of you guys and talk to you guys in DMs or do podcasts and kind of feel what works, what doesn't work.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, businesses pay for focus groups, and you have focus
Exactly.
groups coming at you saying, "Hey, this is like, this is what we think," and so you could just sit back and just pay attention to it and accumulate data, and that's smart, man. I don't know, that's great. I love it. So on that line, I mean, how important is it to keep fan communication lines fluid and open, and so you get that back and forth? Is that pretty paramount?
Oh, it's super important. Mainly for my job, yeah. The fan feedback is super important. We may not always see eye to eye. Fans may be upset with performance on the field or decisions made here or there, but you guys are still super important to the product, and that's what makes the NFL and these teams so unique is just the passion that all the fans have, and I think it's always good to keep that communication open. And right now, it's a good time to be a Titans fan. We have a new coach. New uniforms are coming up pretty soon. Everybody's really excited about that, and plus, you come off a divisional round playoff appearance, so it's a good time to be right now. But I've also been a part of some clubs where we've had some down years with the Rams, and it's been really cool to see how excited that fan base is now after 11-5 division winning season. But we definitely went through some years there where it wasn't as fun. And so, but the heart of it is always to keep those fans engaged, whether it's positive, negative, or neutral. Without the fans, the organization wouldn't be what it is. So you guys are crucial.
Wow. Well, we would definitely appreciate that, and it feels a lot more like we are kind of connected to the organization. We feel more a part of the organization and not really apart from the organization, and that's something that's totally new, and it's really refreshing, and it's obvious to other fans as well as myself that there seems to be a sense of pride in the fact that you control the flow of information as much as possible before like that misinformation or quote unquote insiders kind of report on big news like the hirings and things like that. I mean, there was a lot of love given to the social media account and the way the whole coaching hire went down, the process. There was a tweet and an update about everything. This is who we're interviewing. This is the time, and then this is who we just interviewed. Here's a little bit about this guy. Can you kind of speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, I think that was awesome, and that was something that I definitely wanted to do. But that came from Amy, John Robinson, and our head of PR. I mean, those guys gave us enough, I guess, trust and faith that we're going to give the information and let you know when you can release it. You just can't leak it. And so that was a big win for us internally to know, all right, Vrabel's going to be our coach and we're going to announce it at this time. And for Adam Scheffner's and Ian Rappaport's of the world not to have it first and for us to have the information, get it prepared, and then post it was actually a huge win in my book, just because that builds trust with Amy and ownership, and also John and our PR department. So those are big. But even to your original point, I mean, that's kind of Amy's focus as she's taken over the last few years is connect the fans more, let them feel like you can trust us with information or whatever it may be. I mean, right before that Kansas City playoff game, there's a huge tailgate outside, and she's like, you know what, I want to go down there and see the fans. She hung out with them for 30 minutes to an hour, taking photos, talking to fans, hearing their stories, just having a good time, eating some tailgate food. So all that kind of stems from, again, from the leadership down. If you don't have good leadership, I think it kind of shows. So just having faith in us to be able to break news is a big step forward. And for me, that's huge because we get better stats to the NFL and just, again, builds our fan base. They can trust the Titans' social accounts for legit information, and they can come back to it and not only be entertained but also be informed.
That video of Miss Strunk or Miss Adams Strunk going down to the fans with the tailgate and everything. That's one of my favorite videos that came out. I mean, there's that one, and then like the guys dancing at the Bollywood type dancing in the weddings, and there's
Yeah,
just like so many things. But whenever I saw that video of her going down there and hanging out with the fans, I was like, that's my owner. That's amazing. She's not just up in her ivory tower, just like, oh, give me money or like buy my stuff or anything. Like she genuinely cares, and that I think that really went a long way. I've heard from people who were actually there that she was just as nice as like on video as off video, and she was just so cool and so laid back. And I was trying to find, I don't know of any other owner who's done something like that. Was there any information on that?
yeah. I don't know if I'm sure there are a few here and there, but that's kind of what we are trying to be accessible and transparent, and then that helps. My job is I can capture that, and for fans that couldn't be there, they still got that same feeling that the fans that were there got. That, like I said, that's my owner. That's who's representing our team. It's a team I love, and the team I'll spend my money on is also the same person who's there listening to fans and is down in the trenches. And to your point, not somewhere in a different city or up in an ivory tower, as you said. I think that's huge. So that's what we're gonna try to keep doing, and I think it's been. I knew who Amy Armstrong was when I took the job and knew of her, but was pleasantly surprised once I got here to see how invested she is in the team and even in social and how receptive she is to all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool to have somebody that powerful and wealthy to care that much about something that may not even be that big of a deal within the organization. So, to your point, I think hopefully we'll get to keep doing that. These uniforms are going to come out soon, and we'll see. I haven't got to see them yet. I'm excited about them, but that's another thing that I think all the fans are geeked about. We hadn't had a uniform update, and just the team existed, so it's time to get a new one.
Definitely. And there's all kinds of rumors and mock-ups and I mean, it blew up, man. And it's fun to kind of have fun with it and, kind of humor yourself and like, oh, I like this one. I don't like that one. And you retweet it like anybody actually gives a crap. Like the organization's actually listening to you or something on that. Like you already
Well,
have it all set in
yeah, already
and it's
said, yeah, but
yeah.
it's still cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just a little exercise of just like, okay, this would be nice. But yeah, I think everybody has a lot of love for Amy and J Rob and just everything going forward. I don't know anybody who's pessimistic about anything going forward, and if they are, they're just haters, like you would say.
But that's a cool thing. I don't think I've ever seen. I'm trying to wrap my brain for it. Just there's always optimism coming and hope into a new season for every team. But I feel like this one is who knows what's going to happen. But just from the new coach to the assistants that he signed with the staff and the guys we have coming back next year, we haven't even got into the draft or free agency and all that kind of stuff. There's just so much excitement and positivity on social and in people in person. It's really cool to see. So I'm excited. I think everybody is. Off season is a good time to recharge, but we're already ready for next year. So
That's a good sign, man. That's a really good sign. Yeah, I mean, off season, we started this in the off season particularly because it's like, okay, we're gonna get all the kinks out, and we're going to be big next year. I mean, the Titans organization is going to be big, and so we're going to be right there with them, and we're going to try and get everything going as much as we can. There's going to be plenty of stuff to cover in this off season through the free agency, the draft, but even just the small stuff. Like I said, we have interviews lined up all throughout the off season for whenever people are kind of fiending a little bit for some football news. So, and so if you know of anybody or if you think of anybody that may have some good stories or good, talking, but they don't have a platform, man, this platform is for everybody. I mean, the way we're pitching this is, this is your Titan Southwest. It's not like, oh, it's just my buddy and I's. This is everybody's. Like we
yeah,
want to try and have this centralized location for this to be the spot for when they go to hear interviews, they're not interrupted by commercials or have to pay $15 a month to to listen to stuff like that.
I'm with it. I think that's really cool. And I think the more kind of fan clubs we can pop up, there's a few that I've talked to that are in one's in Scotland and one's in London, and they're kind of trying to do the same thing you guys are doing. I think it's cool to service the fans that maybe feel left out that are in New Mexico or Arizona can check in with you guys and just the information is all the same, but the experience of being a fan in New Mexico that has to they can't get the game on TV or is looking for help, where can I listen to it or what do I do if it's not carried in our region, and y'all can kind of share those things and help each other out. And that's really cool.
Oh yeah, that's a problem we run into a lot. We've ended up having to drop the extra coin just for that package where we can tune in because outside of that, I mean, you look at the coverage maps and it's like Tennessee is blue, Hawaii's blue, and then a tiny little spot in Oregon is blue, and then like everyone else is like, oh, there you get the Cowboys. It's like, man, come on. So it is what it is. But I really appreciate you coming on. I just have two other things for you. So what I'm going to be asking everybody going forward is just like a two-sided question. You can answer it however you want. It can be based on the organization, fan experience, team on the field, personnel, however, just whatever's important to you. Going forward, what is one thing that you're most excited about with the organization? And then on the flip side of that coin, What is one thing that you're?
What you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could probably answer one of the same. It's probably what every Titan fan is feeling right now. And for me, I came from the Rams. I left the Rams, LA Rams, in what, July or August of last year. And so I knew LaFleur for a little bit, and knew some of these new coaches. Tyrone McKenzie's one of them. And then after I left and came here, we got to see. I mean, Todd Gurley was Offensive Player of the Year for the league, and Aaron Donald Defensive Player of the Year. But the emergence of Jared Goff and the Rams offense going from worst to first in scoring, and put up all these amazing fancy stats. We just got their quarterback coach. He's now our OC. I can't wait to kind of see what he brings, some of the other assistant coaches that Vrabel has built on that staff. It's gonna be really cool because I know, PC or not, like a lot of fans are frustrated with. We see Marcus win the Heisman Trophy. We see Derrick Henry win the Heisman Trophy. We spend the number 5 overall pick getting Corey Davis. Delaney Walker's a Pro Bowl MVP with all these pieces. We need to score more points. And so, kind of in the same uh, answering two questions with one. I can't wait to see what the offense is, but that's the one thing that we were so worried about last year. So how does that? What happens with that? Does Marcus take the next step? That's something I think we're all really jacked about seeing. But that's also a huge concern. Can we do it? Can we take the next step and be an elite offense like the Rams did? So I can't wait to kind of see that. And on a personal side, man, I'm just pumped to, like, some of these guys are awesome, awesome guys, and just being in the day to day with him is cool. Taylor Lewan, awesome guy. Brett Kern, super cool guy. Their success on the field this year has been awesome to see. I can't wait for next year, and also just to work with them some more and help tell their story. And like being at the Pro Bowl a couple weeks ago was really cool just to develop a close relationship with these guys and see Kevin Byard get honored for how well he played and to see what he can do next year. So much like all the fans, man, I'm just jacked to kind of see these guys take the next step. And then selfishly, it's been cool to be in the locker room with those guys and see them gain confidence and go from unknown player to kind of superstar and see if they can keep that level of play up and be a household name. Because let's be honest, like a lot of times we get overlooked. Lawan's talked about it. We didn't get the most calls in the game or get the national TV coverage that we think we need. So it'd be cool to take the next step and be Titans and be up there with the Packers and the Steelers and Patriots and all these teams that everybody talks about all the time. I'd love to see us get there, and that would be one helpful for my job, but also cool as a fan too.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. And what I'm getting from this, which I don't know why I didn't really expect it. Man, you are like you are a fan. Like you're not just some guy behind a computer in an office that like, oh, this is my job and I have to put out this content. Like you're a fan, man. Like you
Oh yeah,
love it, and that's
oh
great,
yeah.
man.
I care about our guys, and even if like I still care about the Rams and still follow those guys a lot too. That might have been the team I grew up with. I definitely grew up with the Titans, but I still follow all their successes and stuff. And what you kind of like any coworker, you get guys you like, guys you don't like, but the guys that you're friends with and you're a fan of the team and you get to work for them, it's kind of a perfect storm, especially when you're doing well. So nothing's cooler than winning a playoff game and then like giving Taylor Lewan a huge hug afterwards and then getting them to like do something for Snapchat. Like that's kind of a perfect world. That's kind of why I do it. Pay may not be huge, or you may have to work long hours sometimes, but that's the kind of success that makes it worth it.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to next season. I think everybody's looking forward to next season. It's nice to know that you're invested just as much as the fans like that are, maybe outside of Nashville and everywhere else. And you're the one bringing this all together. It goes a long way, man, and it's really appreciated. I don't know if you hear it a lot. I don't know if it is a thankless job, but like I think we'd all really want to thank you because you're doing a great job. I know there's feedback constantly of like Nate Bain's killing it. Whoever's doing the social media for Titans is doing a great job, here and there. And there's going to be haters, but
That's all right.
whatever. Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. But no, man, I appreciate you guys. That's what makes. Without fans, I mean, I literally wouldn't have a job. So it's one of those cliche things, but it is true. And it's cool to meet on the road, meet up with different folks, and like, oh man, I've been following you guys on social, such, and having a beer with them, or it's kind of cool to meet the people behind social accounts. Just like right now, talking to you has been cool after we've kind of corresponded on social for a full season. So again, we're going to keep building on that, man. You guys build your product out, and hopefully after every win, we can share some cool moments on social and have some fun. And then one day, next time you guys are in Nashville or we're out that way, we can grab a beer. But definitely looking forward to the future and hope to be here a long time.
Outside of that, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Really, really appreciate you coming on and doing this interview with us.
Oh, for sure, man. Anytime, dude. Appreciate it, and let's have some fun this off season. It should be good. We're getting ready for the combine, and then we'll have free agency, so it should be a fun couple months.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to be there to cover all of it.